Hello everyone. So for today we're going to work on making some, well, decorating these library pockets and making some. So I was thinking that, but now I'm not thinking that. Alright. We'll get going with this one. I'm just banging into things. My apologies to everyone. That edge is kind of so is this edge. And these are papers that I watercolored, if you're wondering. In a prior video, I just thought they'd work good for making library pockets. So I'm just guessing it being about a 1/2 inch. And now all I'm doing here is cutting this. Now you could choose to cut up the side. I don't like that look of it being cut up the side, so I'm just gonna bend that, or cut that into a triangle, that into a triangle, that into a triangle. So my edges over this way is all triangular for the bottom part. Then let's grab this so I have it. This part you can just glue right down like that. This spot is just going to get glued right down to the back. That's why it didn't really matter too much. Now I don't like this little spot showing, so I'm going to cut it off right away. Alright, and then we cut or glue on our sides. Onto the back. Like this. And voila, we got ourselves a cute little library pocket. Now, if you want to do extra with it, you can easily add something like this to the edging. We can round our corners. So they're not as sharp. And voila, we got ourselves a cute little library pocket. Let's keep going with this. Again, I'm just doing my folded edges first here. And I'm going to decide where I want this other pocket to be. So I bend this part where I want it. And again, this is where I do my cuts. So I start on one end and I just cut my triangles. Very simple cuts. My daughters got to see Santa today, which they were very happy about, because they got to go to Santa's house and visit. They are learning how to play this new game, and my youngest is getting super competitive about it. So if you hear yelling in the background, that's what it's about. Them playing a video game that is educational and everything. I don't understand why an educational piece is so competitive, but that's okay. Sometimes you don't. I did look at what they were playing. It's a normal kid game. It ain't a game that, oh my goodness, they shouldn't be playing at their age at all. We have this website through the school district called Clever, and I love it when it comes down to kids anyways, because it introduces them to very fun games that they can learn how to do math and reading and all that jazz. Science. And it also teaches them how to help each other. Because they know mommy is not that technically inclined. That's why I don't edit videos as often as I probably should. So let's try this again. I try to keep the tallest part showing. At all times. That's my way of handling it. And this is a digital that I did decide to, like, whatchamacallit. I did watercolor paint the digital. I just wanted to see what would happen. So again, this is just a fun little project to do and easy to mass make. So you may end up being like me and be like, oh yeah, I can mass make this. And then make a whole bunch of them and forget all about them. Decorating them. Just put it in your to-do box. So that's why I'm kind of like, okay, I'm going to make a few of these as examples. And then I'm going to do the ones that I have in my to-do box to get done. Decorating, etc. Just because, again, I've had the ones for the to-do box for a while now. It did not want to do this corner. And I try to line it up to the middle as much as I can. Oh, that is not down far enough. So we'll take it. There we go. One last one. I'm kind of happy to cover the chicken. I'll admit it. I don't really like the chicken. But I do like this part, and I like everything but the chicken. So, if we can cut out everything but the chicken, or cut out the chicken and have everything else, why not? Again, I do my triangles after I do my folds. And then I go to gluing. It's a very simple little library pocket, and it also, part of the reason why I glued this part onto the back is when it comes down to time making the actual journal and stuff, you can decide, instead of gluing the whole thing down, use it as a pocket itself. So like with this one, I'm just gonna show you. There's 1, 2. So now this is a double pocket for in a journal. All right, now that we got done showing how to make them, let's decorate some. I mean, they all don't have to be perfect and everything else, but it'd be a great idea to decorate them. Now I have a bunch of clusters just sitting around, and I'm just wondering if one of these clusters would look a little prettier with this pink here. I don't really like that one. That one. And I'm just using Fabri-Tac here. You can use whatever you have. I just thought the Fabri-Tac would make it easier for this. And I think I have some wandering pieces in this lovely little thing here, and something as simple as that works wonders. Again, tons of little pieces that I have ready to go to make stuff with that I haven't touched in a while. And I did leave it a little off center, but there we go. Now I have this milled lavender, and I'm thinking this milled lavender might be a lovely little yeah, it just gives out this little pinkish type look to it. And I've learned, if you need to distress after you've made gluings and stuff like that, this is what I normally do. There we go. Again, just a nice little easy decoration, and we're done with this, which I'm happy to have another piece done. Okay, now this one. No, oh yeah, it is. These are some pieces of postage, game pieces. I'm going to take this piece, I think. Would this work in here? Yes, it would. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to distress around this piece with the right distress ink though. And if you don't have distress ink, you can use different things as distress ink too. You do not have to use distress ink as distress ink. Or distress ink, you don't need distress ink only if you don't have distress ink and you're still a beginner. You can use something as simple as a watercolor pencil if you're starting from whatchamacallit, mixed media. If you're starting from a mixed media background, you could use that. Just reaching over and putting that other one in there so it's out of the way. Yeah, for some reason this piece did not stay glued, but you know what? We'll leave it as like that because, or actually, you know what? We're gonna just glue it. And then we'll just glue it down right away. Now we'll distress this one a bit. And glue this one down. Okay, now I'm going to distress around this. And again, I'm going to slip it underneath here, this piece of paper. And distress that a bit. So again, it is more interesting when you can do stuff like this with pieces. Makes it more enjoyable. So we got another one done. All right. And then we have this one. What to do with this one? That is the question to ask, isn't it? This one I'm going to set off to the side. I don't know what I want to do with it, and I don't want to pressure anything when I just don't know what to do. What I want to do. This one, I think I'm going to get these corners punched for sure, and this part punched. It just looks more defined, I think. So I want something in that background, I think. Let's see here. Alright. I got stickers here. And I know I do. So let's see if I have one that I like for this particular piece. That's roses. This one has kind of some multi-colors, but also Not very many particular pieces. I've learned when I have long nails, I don't have as big of a problem with this. But when I have short nails, oh, it's kind of torturous trying to do this. I am just rubbing it up against this because I want it to look a little bit more vintagey. So doing a light rubbing around it isn't going to affect it too much. That's what I've learned. So we got another one done. Oh, we have another one that's roses here. And this one and the last one was made from 12 by 12 paper. And yeah, I'm just taking this milled lavender across this. I thought milled lavender is going to look better than